dig that music though. I was chilling.
It's pretty
I don't usually get to hear the music because I keep Twitch on mute.
cool. Me too. Until at least in a little beginning part, so I can hear what everybody else hears.
Should do that.
But then when I'm playing, I have to turn it off because
Right.
hearing me talk like in loops back to myself, I'm like, I can't do it, dude.
Yeah. And you always hate the sound of your own voice.
Yeah, who is that jerk? Oh, that me.
Yeah.
That's what I sound
And with that, we are live. Apologize for the kind of layout that we have right now. Discord tends to be a bit of a pain in the keister when we have people that might be joining late or connectivity issues or whatnot, so it throws the windows around. So we're just kind of going with this for right now. Just to, because we've got the good doctor who should be on his way soon. But as you may have overheard, just before I brought everybody on over, we were talking about the music. And I actually do try to tailor the music to each of the different games that we have. And this one was kind of fun because the soundtrack that I ended up getting, or I should say two, are Western based. So one of the and they're all free to use if you pay for the MP3s because they're specifically designed for like background ambience and whatnot. One of them is the Far West, which is a comic book and I believe an RPG coming out here soon. And the other one, it comes from Deadlands. So they have appropriate kind of Western themes to it, and that's appropriate to Firefly, at least in my opinion. So,
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
so there.
Nice.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I haven't heard that one in a while. How do you
Oh,
like
slack
them
it off.
apples?
Tarby.
Where am I? Oh, I get it. Okay. So, alrighty. So what I will do is add this here just for a little decor. Give me uno momento, 4 flavors. I'm gonna add that right here, and just to make this look a little bit nicer, I'm adding some text. And don't need that, so we'll do something new, and we will go title, and we will call this Firefly Outlaws, because that is what we are playing. And I forgot the font set that I use for this. Awesome. So we'll just go Chinese rocks. How's that? That's the for anybody who wants to know, in case anybody needs to know. I don't know why you would, but that's the name of the font for Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2. So the font set that they use with that is called Chinese Rocks. So it's a free font set if you're doing any graphics work or whatnot. It makes it look all nifty neato. So there we go. We now have some verbiage on on the screen just to make it look a little bit nicer. All right, so let's go ahead and do a recap from where we last were, because we've had some time in between games, which has been unfortunate as of late, but we're getting back on track. So last game we had, of course, a recap as well, but you got caught up with where you're at. You have some meager cash to split amongst everybody. The doctor is becoming known locally as kind of a woodsy, folksy, give what you can sort of doctor and get treatment. So his idea of kind of, getting a P.O. box and having people contact him and whatnot is starting to work out, which has in turn not giving you credits really as what you've been wanting, but it has helped with food and devices and whatnot. So you have, as we last checked, you have 2 working generators at the base. You've got a beat up fridge and a freezer unit, but they're refurbished. The compound looks livable and has been repaired and restored. Everybody has their own room. It has running water now. So you've got all the nice amenities. You're not living like kings, but you are definitely not living like poor homeless hobos. On a on a wing and a prayer.
We have actual beds too.
You have actual beds.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Do we have blankets?
You do.
Wow.
Again, they aren't fancy. But they suffice to help keep you warm. They just aren't the most comfortable of objects.
They're made out of that scratchy fabric,
Yeah. That cheap fabric.
like those college dorm blankets.
Yep. The ones that are
Yeah.
usually accompanied with cots. So they're like one step above burlap.
Well, I guess it's better than freezing.
Yes. But you've gone into town. You've obtained some information on Hickok on a data stick that was provided to you by the other doctor in town. Still not sure where the ties are. That's where we left off. Brittany had voiced some concern about Bendis and tried to sneak a message with a bartender at one of the local pubs to try and get the word out that if he needed to lay low, he could do so at your guys' base.
I remember that.
And she bought everybody donuts.
Because I felt bad for Brady.
Yay, donuts.
He gave me the puppy eyes. So I felt bad.
So, and you made a little bit of coin off of the credit stick as well as getting the information. You also learned that tomorrow is Independence Day, or Unification Day, I should say.
Unification Day. That's right.
Yep.
Non-independent.
Yeah, something like that. And you were awaiting a call from Jeremiah Hong.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Missy was busy.
10-4, good buddy.
That's a Texas size 10-4.
That's a Texas task. 10-4.
So with that, everybody was. We last left off. You had just obtained your donuts. You had figured out that there were some news clippings that all of them were kind of dire about what happened with Brady Hickok. The news articles had indicated, like, one was, a clipping of a family member that had passed away. He lost his home in the war because it got destroyed. He's lost other friends. I mean, so it was all kind of like related articles to Hickok, kind of giving the impression he's had more than his fair share of drama just kind of dropped on top of him. Although one of the questions was where we left off, it's what does Brady do? No one really knows outside of he's hip deep in the drink.
Yeah.
He's a professional drunk.
In his cups.
So with that, and everybody hanging out in front of this bar, looking oh so conspicuous,
With donuts in their hands.
with donuts in your hands.
We had split up and we were gonna meet back together. Is that what we're Did we meet up again?
Well, actually, you had already met up at this point. You were outside of the bar because
Oh.
you got some information from your resident
Oh,
reader who you had with you when you were poking around for questions, trying to see if anybody was on the level or whatnot. And you determined that it didn't look like your questions, Brittany, had been seen or heard, I should say. But that people were edgy for, Unification Day coming up. And the fact that the Unificators were here in force did not bode well.
I remember we were going to head back to base and see if we had that message from Mr. Hong
Mm-hmm.
waiting. I remember
Right on.
because I was going to distribute the donuts when we got back.
Okay.
Let's head back then.
So everybody hops onto the mule again, putters on out to the channels out there, which now you're getting back at about midday, and you get a good chance now that the sun is, well, at this point, mostly overhead, but fading into the background. The people that you've had come out here that were doing like charity work and whatnot to work off, medical bills and whatnot, it looks pretty nice actually. The ground has been leveled set. It's not like plowed where you can plant items or whatnot, but obscene plants that just didn't need to be there or have been yanked up, and the essentially gardening and whatnot has taken place. So the channels look probably like they were back when they were last used in the war. So
That's right.
effective trenches.
Our place is right home.
That's the power of bro trading, man.
And you hear some gunshots in the distance. Not like rapid succession, like some sort of assault, but like every so often.
Like somebody's target practicing, maybe.
Maybe.
Can I tell what they are?
Uh, yeah, you could give it a shot.
All right. What do I roll for that?
Pull it up right now. So we're going to go with mental and notice.
Or mental and no?
Notice.
Fine. All right. We'll go with notice. I got a 1 and a 5.
1 and a 5. Okay. They, given the base to them, they sound like a heavy caliber round, but you're not sure.
Can we tell where they're coming from?
On the other side of your guys' base.
But like close.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's go check that out.
Did Mr. Brady have firearms?
No, he did not. He should not.
I don't think that's a great idea.
I don't think anybody gave him any firearms. Maybe if he had one on or about him or in his folds or
in his folds. Ew. He's like, let me just pull this out from my tummy.
No one would look for him there.
No, I'm pretty sure everybody had the foresight not to give this guy a gun. Not right now.
Maybe he found one in his morning breakfast purge. I'm not sure. We have to go make sure this is not him, though.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. All right.
So you just wheel up to the base. By the time you get up to the base, it sounds like it's directly behind it. But it's one off. It's not like it sounds like there's somebody shooting back or anything of that nature. When you go around back of the building proper, it's pretty loud, but you don't see him initially, and that's when you think to look up, and you see him laying prone on the roof, right? So laying prone would be good for a larger caliber gun. The problem is a third of his body is like off the edge of the building, like he didn't gauge it quite right. So and so it's clear that he doesn't get it, because it's like, he's trying to aim, and then of course he's dipping because he's a little too far off the edge, so the gun barrel's kind of going up and down and whatnot, and he'll fire off a shot, and it will like hit the ground maybe 20 yards away or something, like not too far away, and he'll immediately start cursing about like something he's like trying to shoot, and you look out there, there's nothing. There's like some weeds and some trees and whatnot, and
He's trying to hit a certain weed.
Tarby, go get your boy.
Oh, call out to him, Brady. What you got going on up there, man?
Tarby, where are you at? Over.
I'm directly under you, man. That's your 6. Over.
He's like look, and he keeps looking like up around the sky, and he's just like,
Trying to figure out where 6 is.
I ain't see no enemy aircraft inbound. How are you under me? Over.
Brady, look down.
So he like looks down, and then's like, oh shit, and tumbles.
Oh man!
Because it like the top heavy caught up to him. He just bam hits the ground really hard, effectively falling like almost 3 stories.
Oh,
Holy
God.
shit! Hopefully he's drunk and he's not gonna feel any of this stuff, man.
I'm gonna run over and secure the gun.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna check on him. I'm just gonna grab the gun. I'm assuming he dropped it, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it in the compound.
Okay. It looks. You're a mercenary. You've actually seen this type of rifle. You know that low-income mercenaries and essentially the independents, because obviously they had to work within their means and on a budget and whatnot, would often take like hunting rifles and mod them out, so it's not too spec and it doesn't look pretty, but effectively it operates like a high caliber sniper rifle.
Gotcha.
It's one of those things, like, just from looking at it, because you've seen, obviously not this model before, but like what went into it. It's got to be cleaned frequently. It's not a very good quality.
When I inspect it, does it look like it's actually clean, or does it look like it's something that's just been kind of uncared for?
Oh yeah, it's been cobbled together, and you'd probably use a hell of a lot more TLC, if not outright replacement. So, and as you pick it up, and he's just like, "Oh, them some fine boots."
Tarby, that fall was long enough. It could have knocked the lumbago out of you, man. You all right?
And he's like looking around, and I mean, it's clear his head is like still spinning. And he's like, "Did I get him?"
Who were you supposed to get, and where did you acquire this? Because this is not something I think that you put together yourself, and unless you're not telling us something.
It's them damn land sharks. They came up upon the house.
How did you get up there, Miss Brady?
Um, up, and he's like looking around. He's like, "Oh, I think I walked."
He walked up.
Yeah, I recall putting one foot in front of the other. I think I may have used some hand falls a couple times. I
Let's get you
distinctly
in. Let's get
recall
you in.
not seeing a ladder.
Hmm.
What an awesome life, man. You son of a bitch. You made it. All right, I'm gonna pick him up and dust off his shoulders.
Okay.
Hey man, you want a donut?
Who?
A donut. And I'm gonna go like this.
Donut. Uh.
Oh,
They're land shark flavored.
I don't think I ever had me no donut. I don't recall.
well, you were in
I
for a treat.
remember an eclair at once. Is them like them eclairs?
Some of them can be. Poppy got your hookup, man.
I got us all donuts. Let's go inside and have some.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. That might help my lumbago. Whew. And
I
he
was
just
waiting
like
for
gets
that.
up and like is holding
I
on
don't
to
know
his
about that
back.
one. All right, I'm gonna wheel the mule back around, and then head inside
Okay.
with the donuts.
As you guys get inside, you see this terrible mess on the main kitchen table, and
What
there's like
what
some.
kind of mess?
It's all like mechanical parts.
Okay.
There's like a container of oil which is dripping just a little, and there's like some springs and like a trigger mechanism and whatnot.
Oh man. So he was either repairing this or putting it together.
Yeah, it looks like it. He probably got bored and started occupying his time.
I mean, I can't fault him. That's kind of my favorite pastime too. But at least I don't do it on the kitchen table. People gotta eat here.
I'm sorry. And he just like stumbles over and just like puts one big ham hock down on the table with his forearm, just swipes everything off to the floor.
That's better.
Too bad. Well, too bad. Yeah, too bad you didn't expire with that fall there, Brady. I was gonna eat your donut.
Well, why is it poisonous?
Maybe.
Uh,
I don't know. Do you want me to taste it for you to be sure?
would you be so kind? Because them confectionery
Which
treats.
donut is he try?
That's low.
Is it
You
is it
taking a
jelly
donut
filled
from a
or
retarded man?
no? Is the donut
I'm gonna
jelly filled
I'm
or
gonna
does it have a hole?
I'm
uh
assuming that you got all the same kind because it would have been harder to get like multiple. So they're just all like your regular glazed whole donuts.
yeah, probably.
Too bad. I was gonna stick my finger in it and then I'll just take a little nibble and
Eyes.
you're fine. Thanks, thanks
So
for shaming me.
so then he starts staring at you intently after you did that
Hmm.
and just like waiting. And then he just kind of
Do you want me to eat the rest of it for you?
well, and then he moves over and then puts his hand like right underneath your nose.
He's waiting for you to throw up or the poison to get you.
And then,
I'm gonna stare him directly in the eye without blinking and cough 3 times.
and so when you do that, he like moves his hand and he just looks to Poppy for like why, no idea, but he just looks to her and he says, "Okay, she's okay. Poison ain't got
Mr.
her."
Brady, these have been in my possession since they came from the diner.
Well, I mean, you never know. They could have got to it at the diner. They could have sprinkled some of that arsenic or that worm wood root.
Root.
Well,
Bad
Get
stuff.
it, get it out. Get it out.
I'm just gonna take mine and sit down and start eating it. Like I'm a
So
little bit offended.
he starts to to eat it like, I mean, like you would eat anything else, just kind of offhandedly. Doesn't really pay much attention to it initially. It's food.
I'm gonna grab my donut and enjoy it as well.
Okay.
I will also be grabbing my donut and I'm going to enjoy it from the corner of the room.
Try and do something nice for people. When they
Well,
can get poisoned.
So he looks to Tarby and he's like, "Oh, the phone rang for y'all while you were away. It looked like it was one of them solicitors, so I hung up."
We need answering service or something. Yeah.
we need to get rid of this guy.
Dude. Oh man, can it was the doctor that was supposed to talk to him, yeah? Or can somebody call him back? Maybe.
It was Jeremiah Hong. You guys had set up
Yeah,
a
yeah.
meeting.
I don't
Oh,
remember who was maybe. Wait, wasn't it you Eric that was handling?
I
Or
think it might have
Tarby?
been you.
No,
Well,
Wasn't it?
Missy was the one that set up the appointment.
Okay.
Oh, right. I was just thinking
Oh,
about our first meeting. Who took point with him?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it was you. But yeah, I'll did you even bother taking a message? Did you get any information?
Oh, not from them telemarketer types. No.
Of course you didn't. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and try and call back.
Yeah, it's actually not. I mean, he fumbled with it clearly, so it's not like the record of the call was erased or anything. So I mean, you still have the callback information. So I
Okay.
mean, that's still there. It's just it's like it probably popped up and he just hung up on him.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and return that call.
Okay. And the individual that you all had met while you were at Mr. Hong's, the head butler, he comes on the video screen and he says, "Oh, I was unaware that the drunkard was not taking your calls."
I sincerely apologize for his presence entirely.
Do not solicit unlisted number.
I'm gonna look at Satarbi and take him out of here. Get him away from me. I'm gonna put one between his eyes.
So Brady, come and tell me about this gun that you made, man. I'm gonna take him over into the corner so he can, so Missy can have her chat.
Okay. And so he's like, "So what exactly did you need with Mr. Hong?"
Out of character, what did we need from Mr. Hong? Because I don't remember. I'm not looking
Uh,
at my notes.
my
I don't
notes
have my
said
notes from last session.
about getting Cortex hookups at the base.
Cortex. I felt like we were doing something else as well, though. Was that it with him?
And
I
maybe
think
look
we were trying to
for
get
work.
with Chang connected to the
Cortex.
cortex.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the basically the Cortex system you're trying to get set up, which that would allow Chang to do so.
Okay.
Were we gonna ask him about jobs?
You can.
Since
He is a
our
known employer.
since the bounty line dried up because of the unificators.
We're gonna need something else. So I'm gonna put the call on where Poppy can hear as well, so she can also respond.
Okay. Well,
I mean, there's a few things, but primarily access to the cortex. Maybe something we can arrange with him. I did receive a phone call from him, or I assume it was him earlier today, but it was apparently you. So again, I'm so sorry, and I'm really glad it wasn't him. And do you know anybody that needs Brady? Can
Hmm.
I? Where can I get rid of this man?
unfortunately, Mr. Hong does not have a use for Mr. Hickok, so I'm afraid that we're unable to assist you with that. If you
I'm
were in need
very
of computer systems for a Cortex link up, that might be something that Mr. Hong could assist you with, provided you had the appropriate credits.
understood. Uh, how many credits would be appropriate in this type of a situation?
Well, typically, such devices are not as easy to come by out here so far into the Outer Rim. But I believe Mr. Hong could let one go for about 7,000.
Oh, okay. Um, that's reasonable. Um, along those lines, we would actually need also to. Do you happen to have any like jobs that you're needing to source out, or anything that we can do to help you in the meantime?
I see. So
For a fee, of course.
this was also looking for work.
Correct.
Nothing comes to mind immediately, but I believe I can speak with Mr. Hong and see if he has something that he might be willing to pass along.
Fantastic. I appreciate it.
Maybe we can work some kind of a trade.
Wait, you heard it too, though. Maybe we can. Is there anything we can do to possibly take possession of this item sooner?
If you have said credits, I'm certain that you could.
I mean, actually, without said credits, is there something that we can do for you to pay for this?
Not that I can think of at this moment, but again, I will check with Mr. Hong and see if there is anything that he might have that we could send your way, and then work out an appropriate payment arrangement.
All right. If that's, I'll look forward to speaking with you again.
Very well. And do make sure that you have an answering service set up should you not have the capability of taking the call.
I will.
And he hangs up. Click.
Well, that didn't go so well. Hmm.
Hmm.
And then the terminal that you're at chimes with a message.
I'll read the message.
It is an invitation uh, for your group to meet Governor Chakwas.
Um,
All right.
on the invitation, does it specify dress or anything like that, or if it's for an event?
No, it's actually his office.
Oh,
Okay,
Hmm.
so not like a night on the town. Darn.
Does it say a specific time?
It does, and it's super specific. It's like between 9 and 9:15.
huh. Wait.
Is that
PM
meeting
or
set up
p.m. and it is
the
tonight.
governor's? The governor's office so late at night?
Uh-oh.
it's a little strange.
Clandestine.
Hmm.
Or
Um,
maybe we should lay low until it's time to hang out then.
I'm gonna show everybody the message except for Brady.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out of my way to move my body in the way so he can't see what I'm showing.
Sure, that's no problem.
What happened to his gun?
I have it with me.
Yeah, she has it like somewhere near someplace nearby.
Do you want it?
I was just thinking maybe I should like take out a few key pieces in case he
That's
gets
actually,
his hands on it again.
that's probably a great idea, and see
But
if you can.
clearly, I mean, it looks like he at least knows a little bit what he's doing. So, I mean, I can't guarantee that he couldn't redo it, but I mean, I could hide him.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the gun and give it to you. Um, if they're unless we can offload this guy any sooner, if we all need to make another trip somewhere, he is a huge liability if we leave him here again.
He's also
Because
a liability if we bring him with us, though.
Yep.
so what do we do? Do we get a babysitter for this guy, or do we leave him with a box of toys? Because clearly he got into your stuff.
Does he know? Does he know what Chang is? Has he?
I would
What I'm saying is, we could tell him that we bought a ghost for our house, and that the house is now going to watch him, and we could have Chang talk to him throughout the house and tell him that we know what the hell he's doing. And he can't go jumping on the roof anymore, shooting at shit.
I mean, that's a plan. I'm the, do you,
But
if you
the ghost only comes out when we're gone.
so
So
we
he
get to
won't.
program our house ghost before we leave.
The house ghost, it'll be Chang talking to him. But we'll tell Chang to make his voice all spooky and say, "Hey, man, don't don't do that shit." Stuff like that.
Um, yeah, I guess we could do that. But let's also maybe leave him a box of toys. Poppy, whatever you take apart, can you like put it put the unusable items in a box and we can leave them for him?
sure I could come up with some
Just no firing pins or
tinker
anything like
toys
that.
for him.
Um, that being said, though, I do think we need to. Do we have any kind of like like safes or anything like that inside the compound?
No.
Okay.
Not impossible to get, but you don't have anything like that currently.
Okay. I do think we should obtain some safes or something in the interim. I also think we should maybe get some sort of, I don't know if we're gonna keep tabs on this guy from far away. I'm
Like a
worried
baby
about,
monitor.
yeah, but with like maybe a security camera.
No, I understand. I hear what you're saying. But I think that's what getting the Cortex will help us with, because then we could just do all that stuff through Chang.
You know, wouldn't it just, I mean, maybe not be easier, but like if we could just fix him, wouldn't
Not
that
it.
solve all of those problems?
These are just temporary. I don't think we should scare him with the ghost forever. But maybe just tonight.
I kind of feel
It'd
like
be
that might
alright.
mess with his head even more.
Well,
Seems
I
like
mean, tomorrow we'll just say, "Hey, man,
I mean, it's
that was a
fun.
crazy dream you had last night."
It's super funny.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas. I just
I
don't want
think we
them.
should do it all. I want to be safe when we come home.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
definitely don't want him
Him safe
getting into my
and our
park.
stuff safe.
Let's just do it all.
Or we could leave somebody here with them.
That is an option.
Can we pay a babysitter?
And then it's got to be somebody that
Oh
we
yeah.
trust. And we're
What
back to
about
square one
And then
again.
the money, and then the money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, at this point, let's take safety precautions, but Poppy, if you think you can fix them, or I don't know if
with a
we can.
guy?
Is it though? Maybe it is.
Out of character, I need to use the restroom real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, isn't that what that doctor was paying you guys us for anyway? Is to fix Mr. Brady?
I thought just fix his body, not his head.
Sounded like the real problem was just him not being able to take care of himself, being a public nuisance. Although it is really strange that they would take such an interest in him as to give us that assignment in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, with all the information, too, what's so special?
Good question.
So the details about Brady's past that were on that, it was on the stick.
Yes, the news articles and whatnot.
Okay. Does besides what you already told us, does it have anything else intriguing or anything else that stands out?
Outside of the fact that he looks like he pretty much lost it all,
Yes.
that's really all the articles kind of elaborate to.
Okay.
That and he's
Just tragedy after tragedy.
yeah, that and he's from here.
Okay.
So these folks obviously know him well. I mean, as well as everyone in this town knows everyone.
But like, so what I guess what I'm getting at is when I go through the articles, when it says he's from this town, does he have lineage from this town? Or does he
Yeah.
do I see anything that has like he's like related to a town founder or something that would make him, other than just being him, something special?
No, nothing that stands out like that. No.
Okay.
But
Where
yeah, I
was
mean, he's definitely from here. I mean, that's easy to pick up on.
where was his home?
His home was, I mean, it was not far from Pineview, from where you guys are at. Um, it was one of the. Um, oh, and Todd's here now. Yay!
Hello.
I just got done setting up all the cameras on the new setup, so give me 1 second.
Oh,
Yay! The good
Where-
doctor is here. Ah,
Hey Todd, welcome.
hello. I am stressed out.
Oh no.
I
I
am
can
looking
imagine.
forward to this. I'm gonna throw a blanket back.
Fancy.
So while we are doing that, then why don't we, while we're getting that set up, let's go ahead and take a quick break real fast.
Sure.
I'll mute the mics so you guys can get Todd caught up real quick, and it'll give me a chance to fix the layout. And
Where'd Eric go? Is Eric?
yeah, Eric is using the bathroom, so I'll go ahead and throw on some music real quick, and we'll take a brief break.
Oh,
And
look
we,
at Todd's face.
yep, and we will be right back.
What's wrong?
It's all metallic.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's like I don't see anything there now.
Is that better?
No, Chang's gonna be the ghost.
Space Ghost from Coast to Coast.
I miss that.
Let's go.
I miss that shit.
Good times. Good times.
I used to have a bank of that. It was like a ceramic bank
Like a
Oh,
little piggy bank
with
thing.
him and his disc. Yeah.
That's great. My brother and I still sing those songs to each other. Good times. That's great.
Oh, gee.
That's what makes it.
That's all that matters, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some friends that dressed up as them for Phoenix Comic Con.
That's awesome.
They were pretty great. That was probably their group too.
There's
Oh no, no,
a
no! It wasn't the Strong Bad.
petition.
They did the what are they called? The girls, the Teen Girl Squad. I don't
There's
think
a
they.
petition going on right now to replace Ellen with Space Ghost.
Oh my gosh. Forward that to me. I need to sign that.
Oh wow!
Hell yeah. Bring back some quality programming.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
You might want to check him over just to make sure that he didn't actually hurt himself when he fell off the roof.
there's 3 stories, man.
Oh, oh,
Yeah. Of course he did. Or it might go the other way. That fall fixed my lumbago.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey man, that might have knocked your lumbago off.
But then he stubs his toe and it goes right back.
Damn it, my latent lumbago's back.
It's back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Whilst we have our rendezvous with the
Yeah. We have to do something for tonight.
yeah.
oh yeah!
Can-
We got a letter from the governor who wants to see us tonight.
Oh,
I'm saying ghost, man.
Ghost is
It's-
probably our only option right now.
Is that a thing that Chang can do?
Oh, ask him.
Pretty sure Chang can do that. We have like speakers in the house, yeah. Shit. Or yeah, and we still got some time before tonight.
Well, I want to do a once over on Brady over here and see how he's doing.
Yeah.
Mental and non. Oh, that's good.
Oh, you know what? And then while the doc is giving him the once over, I'm going to turn to the others. I'm going to whisper, what if we can have the doc give him a sedative to keep him asleep while we're gone tonight?
So then we don't need the ghost.
Yeah.
But that sounds reasonable.
I got an 11. I'm like,
Like a cat.
okay, all right, Brady. Yeah. How much have you had to drink today?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. All right. So Brady, I'm just going to tell you, you're lucky to be alive, and you're lucky nothing's broken. You just because of how much you drank, you were able to roll with it. What were you shooting at? I don't understand. Are you? Can you? Were you? Since I saw. Okay, land sharks. All right.
Then okay, I'm gonna mark that down. Land sharks, got it.
Okay, so Brady, what we want to do here is really concerned for you. I think if you move too much at this point, um, it might make your lumbago like 10 times worse. So I think I know. So I think you're gonna have to like just lay down in bed and just lay there for for a few hours a night, and um, I'm afraid if you get out of that bed, you just your lumbago is just going to be 10 times worse. And I'm just I just I'm thinking that's our best course of action at this point. I mean, I can give you something for the pain. Um, hold on. I'm gonna go see how everybody else is doing real quick. So I'm gonna. Oh no, I got to get my bag. Oh, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. I got to get my bag. So, all right, folks. I've got him, convinced that he needs some painkillers. How 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 severe am I giving him?
Can you just keep him asleep till after, I don't know, till like sometime tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah.
It's what time is it right now? It's like early afternoon, and our meeting with the governor is not till 9.
9.
Sorry.
Yeah.
In the
So, okay,
We're
how
gonna
long
need
are we
a.
gonna hang out here before we leave? Because I've got
Well,
my
if we
notes.
can knock him out, then we don't need to go to town to get speakers. So if you can
Oh,
guarantee he won't wake up until tomorrow, then
do we need to
we're
go make that house call though?
yeah.
So we still got to figure out who's gonna deal with Brady while that's going on.
Mm.
if you guys don't need me, I can hang out with Brady. He's better with me anyways.
Well, didn't you at one point you had a two-way radio? Is that something that we can? I mean, do we have both ends of that so that Shane can talk on one end and you can take that with us?
I don't know if we left that there or not, or if we brought it with us. I thought so too.
I mean, out of character, I have it written down as something that we have, but I don't know. It's not something I have, but it's something we have. So, yeah, we do have it. Okay. So, can that, does Chang have a receiver built into him and his body that we can talk to him? So we don't need a speaker. If we leave Chang behind, you can use the two-way radio just to talk to him.
Yeah, but my idea was that have him, because there's more than just one. Unless we strap that radio to Brady to where he can't take it off of him, but to where Shane could talk to him throughout any of the rooms. But no, that's like a ghost. Yeah, like the house was talking to him.
No. I'm thinking, like, what's the range on this two-way radio? How far are we talking about going? But how far is that? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So I can
We can
draw
I
up
mean,
like
if you're gonna knock him out, then none of that matters. I mean,
right.
if we can knock him out until tomorrow.
I mean, I know we should be conservative with our resources, so let's try to keep him sedated as little as possible because we might need those drugs for someone else.
Or just Brady later.
Exactly. So let's just factor in our travel time and
Well, like I said, I can stay with him for your guys' day visit until whenever you guys are done with that. But then tonight he's got to be knocked out.
We can do. I mean, we can even just like we can give him placebo and alcohol and let him let him self medicate until we come back, and have
He's
Chang.
probably he's probably going to be fine overnight, right? I mean, just
I don't know.
don't
This
have
we
to
came back and he was on top of the roof. So
what if you
and he
okay,
built
so
a gun.
during our day call, let's go ahead and leave him here. And I think the self-medicating with alcohol is not a bad idea. As long as you specify, Doc, he cannot get out of that bed.
Oh, you know what, Tarby? How good an actor are you?
With him, it doesn't matter. He's
Because you can talk about like, oh, I've seen this before. Like I've seen this in men I've worked with before. Yeah, the doc's right. You got to stay in bed. So if I do a hard sell and you're backing me up on that,
mm,
I think that's we tag team that story. I think that'll sell it to him.
I got you. We can do that.
Brady, I'll be right there. I'm sure you're moaning right now, but I'll be right there. Sorry. Okay, want to do that? So we'll tag team, self medicate,
All right, man.
and then we can have Chang regulate the drugs if need be.
Gotcha.
All right. All right. So when I come back, bring Tarby with me. And like, all right. So Brady, we were talking, and so I was explaining how serious this is, and Tarby. Oh yeah, I thought the sewers were backing up. I didn't know what that was. So I would explain that stench. Okay, we're good. Um, so here's where I'm at. I was explaining to them what happened, how serious you were, and Tarby's seen this with people that he's been with before. So he wanted to come in and check on you personally to make sure that you're going to be okay. So I told him that my recommendation is you stay in the bed, you don't move out of there, and that's he well, Tarby, you tell him that that's what that you've seen the same thing before.
Oh, absolutely, Doc. Brady, look at me. I want you to look in my eyes. Listen to the things that I'm going to tell you. I had a buddy in the war. His name was Nolan. He had lumbago just like you, and he did this same thing. He was on the roof once and he was shooting at stuff and he fell off. Only it was 4 stories, not 3. The doc told him that he needed to stay in bed for at least a day, otherwise it would get worse. He didn't listen to him, man. When he got up, one by one, his toes were starting to fall off, man.
Oh man,
And
I
after that, he had these black nubs for feet, and like his shoes didn't work anymore. And then after that, his feet went, and then he had like peg legs. I don't want that
I've heard
happening to
about
you,
that.
man.
That there are cases like that in the medical book. It's it's advanced lumbago neuropathy. I mean, it happens.
Advanced lumbago neuropathy, ALN, Allen. You don't want that. What's your influence check?
Oh, okay. So
I
I
got a
roll my
10.
influence and tell you what it is. Okay.
I got 10.
I got a 4 in influence.
We don't want you to lose your legs either, man.
We don't either.
Stay. Every time I'm gonna say it to him, and my eyes are gonna get bigger every time I say it. Stay in bed. Good. I want to be able to see your toes tomorrow, man.
Your bed is sanitary enough.
Yeah, it's. I steamed it earlier, man. You're good. You're good.
Well, your urine is so strong and acts as an ammonia, so it has killed anything within that bed.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
We got him.
There we go.
Aw.
I love you, Brady. We'll see you in the morning with them toes.
On both feet, yes. I think we're good, ladies.
I, I'm open. He bought into that pretty good.
Yeah.
Tarby, I'm so sorry about your friend. That sounds awful.
We call them little Nubfoot, man. Nolan Nubfoot.
What a terrible thing to happen.
Yeah, it's
ALN, it's in the books.
Alan. Yeah, you don't want that, man.
I
I
actually
really hope Mr. Brady pulls through.
I wrote down the official diagnosis in my notes.
Well,
Yeah, Poppy's totally buying it. 'Cause that's her thing.
She's a bleeding heart.
She's also wet behind the ears, so that's her thing.
First your toes, then your feet, man. Then you got nubs.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody wants nubs.
Oh,
I
God.
mean, if we're supposed to fix him up. That is not going to help. I'm sure
No.
that city doc is going to be real upset when he finds out that Mr. Brady's losing toes.
oh no, he won't lose the toes because he'll eat as long as he stays in bed.
Cheryl's just gonna roll her eyes and walk to the front of the house. Whenever y'all want to get going, I will go ahead and just wait for you.
Should we assume that Brady proofed his firearm, or do you want me to roll for that? Okay. I'm gonna yeah, that's what I figured. I'm gonna lock up a bunch of stuff, and like while we're at it, I'm gonna put a few pieces in a little box and like set them aside for when Brady can get out of bed again. And then lock up my room.
Are we going to go check out the letter from the Nobu and Sarah?
And that day meeting you guys had too.
Which day meeting?
Didn't you guys say that we had a meeting before we met with the governor?
I think that was just regarding the letter, wasn't it?
Yeah, the letter from Nobu and Sarah.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
so-
a house call.
So just our house calls.
And there's two separate letters. One's Nobu and one's Sarah, right? Like, I can't remember. Okay. One was just a basic house call, and the other one was a little more mysterious, if I remember right.
Right.
Do you want to take care of the house call first and then leave yourself some time for whatever the second one is?
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool, I'm down.
So which one's which? Sarah or Nobu for the basic one?
Nobu, I have surgery, part coin, part trade. Sarah, my note says no details, but we'll pay in coin.
Okay, so let's shoot. Well, what time is it right now? Because we got to be at the governor's at 9. Okay, what kind of surgery, or do we know for Nobu? Gee, I'll leave that to the good
I
doc.
mean, we have a phone. Does he have a phone number?
Do I vote the way to communicate with either one of them or no? Right.
All right.
Well, surgery is more intense than just a house call. So I'm thinking that, I mean, we only have a few hours, so we might want to just do this, the house call. Unless we split up and some of you guys go over to Nobu as like a nurse of mine or something like that,
Find out what the issue is and then report back.
right.
Oh, like a triage.
Yeah.
So he gave his time.
And then we could do it because we can do the two-way radio at that point. One of us has one the other way.
We do that.
All right. So whoever wants to come with me for the house call can come there, and then the other half can go the other way. And then what would Tracy like to do? Is she staying here? Is she coming with, or?
I'll head
I'll,
over with Poppy.
I'll go with you on the house call.
All right, there you go. We can have ladies going one way and and then the two of us in the house call.
So I guess
Me
the
and Doctor. Oh, go ahead.
ladies are going to see Nobu and just confirm the status of the patient.
Doc and I.
Is Chang coming with us or is he still? Okay.
All right.
We only have one vehicle though, so I guess we'll have to do a drop off.
Yeah. Probably just drop us off because we know that the surgery is going to take a little bit anyway. So.
Probably a good idea.
And you guys were just getting some information, so you guys can head right back afterwards.
Okay.
Cool.
projects. The projects.
You're saying two? Do you mean the three ladies? Is that, or are they talking to me and Tarby? And the what? And Nina's there too. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, okay, one of you guys gotta go.
You're usually
I'll
the.
go. Okay, sorry. I'll take point then. Yeah, usually the doc, but we're running triage. We just need to make sure that we have proper supplies for what's needed before the doc makes his way on over. So we're just here to gather some information and help you as best we can now. Exactly what seems to be the problem. Am I able to use Smooth Talker with that too? Oh, okay. No. No, I think I only have one of those left. I don't want to do that. Two. 7 total. I mean, if you don't want any help, we can be on our way.
Look, sir, I'm sorry about the confusion. Doc is coming, but he had another house call to make, and so we came to see what kind of time commitment he was going to need for this job. 10.
Nice.
We're going to get him back, aren't we?
Oh, before we do, why for all the security? Fair enough.
About one of us stays back with the mule and the weapons.
That might be a good idea. Yeah, you're good with direction.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a few. All right.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my my guns and stuff on the mule, and then I'm gonna lead us to wherever they're going.
Yeah. Same. Is it a recent burn? Okay. Well, I guess let's go take a closer look.
Yeah. Yeah, and so like, I guess being kind of familiar, I'm gonna be more easy seeing battlefield wounds. $11. Oh, gotcha. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to take note of that, but not comment on it, to not be so make them feel uneasy for taking notice. And so I'm just going to go ahead and go up to the first person that looks the worst and kind of, with Poppy behind me, kind of like address their wounds and their situation.
Would that fall under knowledge or treat? Okay.
Seven. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. 8. Oh,
Oh, that hurts.
That's not good.
okay.
That's real not good. Did we leave the radio with Nina? Okay. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just thinking we could take note and then relay this when we get back to the mule. We got to go pick up Doc anyway, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, um, what about the third one? Am I able to take a look at them too? So, as I'm looking at his stomach, I'm just gonna nod to you, Poppy, and I'm like trying to signal that it's pretty serious. 7. Okay. All right. So, Poppy, I think we have as much information as we need now. And I'm just gonna say, I'm assuming with the gentleman that brought us here are still there, correct? Hannah, apologies. She's got the poppy hat on.
It's Hannah's hat now too.
Hannah. So I'm gonna turn around to Hannah. We need to get the doc. I think I'm pretty secure in what's going on. And then I'm gonna turn to the gentleman that let us in and just let him know, hey, we need to get the doc here as soon as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can pick him up. And I'm gonna radio over to see if we can make arrangements as soon as possible. Do you have anyone else that's injured or just these three?
I was going to suggest that actually. One of us could stay and monitor
That would probably be a good idea.
amenities,
Mm-hmm.
and you go pick up the doc.
Okay, I'll do that. I guess, and I'll, I guess, just keep pressure on it. When I talk to the doc, if there's any other instructions, I'll have these guys relay it to you.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna have them lead me out to the mule, and I'm gonna call up the. Wait, who has the other? Wait, did these guys have the other two-way radio?
Yeah.
That's what I assume.
That's what. Okay, that's what I thought too. Okay, so I'm gonna call them up whenever I have an opportunity to.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna instruct Harvey to stay outside of the house and
Will do.
come on inside. I'll introduce myself. I'm like, hello, Sarah. I'm doctor. I need to. So you need a well woman's exhibit, right? Okay. So, let's where do you feel comfortable? You want to go back to your bedroom here? I mean, I'm not sure how your home is partitioned out. I mean, I just want you to be comfortable. You'll need to lay back and that kind of thing, and we're going to check for tumors and not, just do a full inspection. Um, can you tell me any injuries that you've had or anything that I should be aware of? Okay, where's the itch at? So your private area, okay. And which knee are we looking at? Okay. All right. I know we've just met, so I got to ask. This is just part of the visit. Are you sexually active? Eight and four. Not the best rolls. Can I explain a little bit of the medical need on it too as I'm doing it, or is that just social influence is the best role for me? Okay. Okay, I got a 10. So I don't need all their names. Let's look at how many sexual partners have you had?
I'm guessing this lady is a woman of the night.
Let's talk about within the past year. 3 in the past year. All right. So I would, all right. So let's if you don't mind disrobing, I can go ahead and do the examination right here. My man Tarby is outside. No one will be entering the building while he's outside. Right, and I apologize again that we've just met, but this is completely professional. So okay, I go like as far as like looking. I mean, she probably has bruises on her just from work and that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna like just do a like checking for like muscle kind of thing, just to see where she's at, malnourishment, and just going along the sides and everything. Um, oh, those are good. 12. Okay. Okay. All right. And then, okay. Um, are you taking anything for the pain in your knee? You're clearly overcompensating for the pain. So, okay. All right. So I can see you got some, because of the knee, you've got some hip damage going on at this point, and if it continues, it's going to get worse. Um, I'm looking at the medication. Your medication's a rough word, but the medication you're taking for this, it's it'll help temporarily, but I something needs to be done about your knee, and I'm looking at maybe surgery at this point, um, and that's something I can definitely do. Um, but I can't do it here, of course. I got to get someplace else. We can get by here for a while. Um, um, when was the last time you had your breast checked for like for tumors and that kind of thing? I mean, is that something that you take care of yourself or okay? Breast cancer is high, all right. So I'll show her on myself. Like you need to like I'll show her how to check, um, and it's gonna be better. So I'll show her on myself how to check, like, and then this is something you need to check, daily. So if a growth will happen, if you recognize it early enough, you can, maybe have surgery that can stop it, save your breast, and save your life. So I teach her how to do a basic mammogram on herself. So um, I'm like, I know that it's uncomfortable again. I understand, but this is something that you need to be taking care of for yourself. All right. So now we've looked at everything else. Um, I need to look at your vaginal region at this point to find out why you were itching. So if you can sit down on the bed, spread your legs so I can get a better view, and I can go from there. Treat end. I keep looking it up. I'm sorry. Mental is 10. Treat is 8. That's a good roll. 8 and 10. What is that? 14. I got an 8 and a 10 to roll, so I got a 14. Okay. What do do I identify it as an STD, or is this something that it's, all right. So I don't. So okay. So I say. So I tell her that. So that since it's not an STD, I let her know. I don't know whether you're concerned or not. This is not. This is not a sexually transmitted disease that you have. So you did not get this from someone else. This is, you know, an infection that you have that it can be cured through antibiotics. No, no, no. The antibiotics that you'll take will you know that'll actually make it to you're not gonna the itch will go away, you know, and so you'll feel better. Um, all right. When was the last time you went to the doctor here? So do you know what you paid for that doctor visit? Or do you know what a doctor visit costs here in town? Okay. Um, let me talk to my man outside. He works on I work on healing and he works on financial. So I need to see what we're looking at as far as that goes. So you go ahead and get dressed and I'll return. I walk out to Tarby and I'm like, we're just looking to get some medication for her at this point. I don't know what to charge. I'm going to be honest. You know, like she's saying that a normal doctor would cost about 200. So I'm not looking at gouging her, but I am looking at making us some money at this point. So what do you say?
Like half, like straight up the board.
I was thinking the same thing, half, and then giving her a prescription, and she can take care of her own prescriptions at that point.
That seems fair to me, man.
I don't know if she can get her own prescriptions though. She may have to pay us, and we get the prescriptions. Oh, okay. Right. But is it something that so do I send her out to get the antibiotics, or is that something I get for her then? Okay. And then how much? Okay. And then how much do I
So
normally get charged for something like this? Okay. All right. So I mentioned that to Tarby. I'm like, it's 24. I'm not looking at making any money on the drug. So it's
yeah,
24 for 3 weeks, you know, so I respect that the half cost at that point. So I'll and that is that normally what I've been charging Jerome, about half? Okay, cool. I go in with her and I let her know that information. I'm like, um, Miss Sarah, you come back. Oh, I'm sorry. So I now, so I'm respecting her privacy. I'm like, Miss Sarah, are you ready for me to come back? Okay. So I come on in. I'm like, all right. So out of respect to your situation, I would charge you half of what the normal cost is. So you're saying 200 for the normal doctor. So since I'm doing this as a favor for the community, I would charge 100 for that. Um, so and then the drugs, I can get you a 3 week supply. And that's all it's going to take is 3 weeks to run its course. But you can't sell these drugs to anybody else. You can't give these drugs away to anybody else. You have to take the full 3 weeks, or it may come back worse. So you've got to go through all 3 weeks of it. Um, and that's 24. That'll be 24 credits for that. So looking at it for today's visit plus the medication, and I'll bring the medication back to you, would be 124 credits. Okay. Well, what do you do for trade then? We've got quite a bit where we're at. Um, let me talk to Charlie because we don't want everybody in the neighborhood knowing where we live. So I just need to figure that out. So let me step out and I'll be right back. Okay. Um, all right. So can you? I can do that. You can work and trade. Can you get transportation with the other folks that are going up there then? All right. So okay. So you arrange your own transportation. We can work out, and I'll have your drugs for you. Um, at my place. I'll give you the drugs there as soon as I can. All right. Yeah, yeah. I'm checking. I'm like, all right, these are all good. I appreciate this, so we can use this. And again, we're looking at everything I'm doing is for the community, but it's all word of mouth. You just let folks know how we did today, and and then we can go. I can help out from there. No, I fully understand, and I do need you to make sure you're checking yourself so that you know. And I don't know, because for your own safety, I would say you might want to hold off on any sexual activity while this discharge is happening until it clears out. Just it's not okay. So it can't be comfortable. So, um, so you take care of yourself, and if you need me at all or anybody else needs me, let me know. And I will see you at my place when you come back around, and I'll have those drugs for you. Absolutely. So I go to shake her hand. Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Miss Sarah. I absolutely appreciate this. Uh, and it's probably something that she baked or something like that, or is it like, yeah, I really appreciate this. I'll make sure I get your tin back to you as well once we devour this apple pie here. There you go. All right. Well, you have a great day, sir. All right. So I don't know with Tarby and I if we're just going to hang out outside and just wait for the call and wait for the connect back with them.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm good with that. No, changing breed, non-changeling.
Wow. I spent the rest of the game on mute.
Oh
That's awesome. Oh well. So I mean, we still had the game. It's not going to take that away. It just means everybody's going to hear you and not me. That's okay. Shit happens. So at any rate, yeah, that'll teach me not to check my mic. um, so then we'll go ahead and call it there, and thank you all for playing.
All
no!
right.
Have a great
Bye.
time.
Man, had a good time.
Bye, everybody.